Okay, I have a question. How does it feel for you to fall in love? Because whenever me and Ellie have a crush, it sort of feels like this.
Oh, yeah?
It feels like this. It literally feels like what you see on screen right now. This is how I feel. So I feel it in my mouth in terms of like, I feel like there is blood.
You want to like put your hands on their waist and you want to squeeze so hard that they just pop?
I literally feel like I'm losing my mind when I have a crush on somebody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone, everybody. Oh my god, she can wave! What?
I can!
Oh my god, that's so fucking crazy!
The power of corporate!
Don't say that.
Sorry.
So sad. Ladies, gentlemen, ladies, gents, and non-binary friends, welcome back to Love Live, the podcast! Yippee! So, Love Live is our monthly show where we... Excuse me, who is that?
Sorry, that was my soundboard. It's a little long.
Okay. So, Love Live is a monthly show where we do our best to find a solution to your relationship troubles or questions. Lab safety regulations may be ignored in favor of great results, and results may vary. I'm your host, Rachie, Trini Idol, V-singer, and hopeless romantic. In the control room today is my lovely producer, Ellie!
Welcome, everyone!
Yippee! And of course, joining us today as our guest is somebody super duper special to me. She's a jack of all trades who can sing, dance, entertain, host. Honestly, it may be easier listening to the things that she can't do. Which of the writing of the script is zero. Coming back to life in 2020, our guest made it her life's mission to become your super kawaii zombie idol. But whether it's to dominate the charts or dominate your mom or even your Oshi, that part is still up for debate. Summaries and woogers, please welcome Crazy Ollie! Ollie, thank you so much for joining me today.
And thank you for inviting me! Our first... Wait, no, it's not our first ever collab. We've collabed before, right?
I think it's the first one on my channel, maybe.
Wait, after all these years, this is the first one?
I tend not to really like ask people to like collab. It's very scary for me, as you know.
Some balls.
I don't.
It's so weird because every single month we would go for a hot pot.
Yeah, we go for hot pot every month, guys. But like, I don't know. I'm a very like separation of the church and state sort of girly. So like, if you are my friend, it becomes a lot harder for me to ask you to like do stuff for work. Do you know what I mean?
She just girl bosses like that.
It's scary. It's very scary. But I did it, guys. Are you proud of me? Lee, are you proud of me?
I'm so happy. I thought you'd never ask. I thought you secretly hated me. I was like, you could have just told me that you don't want me here.
But you wait. I'm down on my knees. I'm down on my knees.
No, don't dirty your knees.
Lee, congrats on the Hollow World Tour and your new original song and 5 years and everything else that happened last year. Insane!
Thank you! And congratulations on your album, your cover album, Metamorphosis, the Meta apa sih? Ito! Yeah!
Last year was so eventful for you. I feel like I did not see you that much last year, even though I did see you a lot last year, but I didn't see you that much last year. Do you know what I mean?
I understand. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, I guess you could say. And there's like all of us also.
But anyway, me and Ollie have been really good friends since like 2023, 24?
Yes.
Something like that.
Very long.
Ray introduced us, didn't she?
So it was more like me and Ray, we wanted to have like our very own friend group, right? We only had each other and like our friends kind of scatter. We kind of want to have like our own group with all of our closest friends. And so she was like, hey, you want to join the server? There's me, there's Rachie. And I'm like, what? Do taite? Like splendid Rachie? And in case you didn't know, I've been a fan of you for quite a while.
So like, no way.
No, for real. So like, I used to listen to Juby first, and then you guys did that Magnet cover, and I was like, who's this? Why is she so funny?
Oh god, that must have been that's so long ago, girl. I'm getting flashbacks. Also, I don't know how to react to compliments. Ellie, can you play something from your soundboard so this doesn't get awkward for me? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I love you. I guess that's a great segue to our next question. What qualifications do you have to be giving out love advice, if anything, for this podcast?
Well, for one thing, I've been single my entire life. So,
Oh.
I feel like single people give the best advice because they see the downfall of their friends into their relationships. Also, I read tarot.
She
Well,
does.
it's actually genuinely true. Single people give the best advice because they actually watch how their friends suffer and then they can speak on it without being tormented by having lived it.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's true. I think I did give better advice before I started dating, to be fair. And now I'm just like, oh, but consider the other person. And I was like, "Ugh, it's so boring now. Whatever. Tangentially related to that, what kind of doujin do you read? Like, just wondering, just to give us all context.
I don't necessarily open AO3, but sometimes I go to Twitter and sometimes I type wata.
Yes!
It's a tag.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I was like, oh, she actually said it.
Don't Google wata.
Don't
Alicia.
Google it. Don't Google it, guys.
But be careful, you don't want to be a porn addict because when
Just
you're
like-
a porn addict, you forget stuff and you stutter a lot. And what were we talking about again?
What's your goal today on Love Live? Love Live. Sorry. What are you excited to see from any of the entries coming in today?
I'm excited to see hopeless love, and I'm excited to see people talking about their crushes because it's always so fun. It's like those types of talks that you have when you're on a sleepover. Like you're on your belly, and then you start listening to your friends while kicking your feet.
Before we actually start moving on to like the actual episode itself, just for today, our beautiful, lovely zombie kawaii idol has also volunteered to read your tarots.
Yeah.
So are you gonna be reading it only for the people who are here on stream, or are you also gonna read it for everybody else? Just on
Only
stream,
for
yeah.
the people on stream because like why would people send submissions and not watch your stream? Like what does that mean? I won't be reading for them. I'd only be reading for the one that counts.
Girl, I love that mindset. I'm adopting that right now. All right, guys, if you don't show up to my streams, you are dead to me. You heard it here first, folks.
Plus, with the pronouns of they, them. Very straightforward, a very singkat padat jelas
Padat
ya.
jelas, yeah.
How do I make myself forget her?
Oh, whenever this happens to me personally, I'd face a wall, think about it for a little bit, and then smash my head approximately 40 times into the wall. And then once I'm done with it, I sort of just already forget. What's
like
going
amnesia? Or like a head concussion?
on? Like what?
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 What is wrong with you, girlie? Are you fine?
The problem is you might end up forgetting something else too. You might target the wrong memory.
Ah, that's also true. What if you forget your Twitch password?
My what?
Twitch.
What's that?
Oh no, she's forgetting chat! Chat SOS chat!
How about you? What would you do to make yourself forget her?
Wait, before that, ini gue jawabnya beneran atau canda aja?
Canda aja sih.
Because when you gave me like the Google Docky,
Yeah.
I thought that, oh, okay, maybe I should start putting real thought into this. Maybe I should really think of a really good advice for people because maybe they're serious about everything and you're just here smashing your head 27 times against the wall.
Anyway.
Because you should be putting in that real effort, should be providing that real advice. It's just that this is the best Rachie has to offer.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you saying that smashing my head 27 times against the wall like lowered my EQ points?
No, I think that does work, and I think it's a good suggestion. I just think maybe there are some other options we can try before we get to that point.
That's true. For example, banging your head on the floor 27 times.
Yeah!
Ever thought of that?
Why would I do that? Nanti kalau ada darah atau jatuh gimana dong?
Tapi, I feel like the walls you could make holes, and I think that'd be a lot more problematic in the
Girl,
future.
where do you live? This is Indonesia. We have concrete.
But like a genuine advice, if you guys actually want it, I've thought about it, and I've had like a similar experience, not with like dating, but with like friendship. I was in a really long relationship with this one friend, but they turned out to be an asshole. So I decided that, you know what, I'ma leave because you're pretty toxic and I don't want that around my environment. If you want to forget her, I feel like you should focus on yourself. Like love yourself a little bit more. Because when you love yourself a lot more, then you wouldn't think about other people before yourself, is what I think.
Oh, I think I get what you're saying. Like, if they were a bad person, you might feel guilty for leaving. and so it's harder to forget. But maybe you should have a little bit more self-worth and like realize that maybe that was the right thing to do. But we're also assuming the worst. What if maybe it's messier? Maybe this person had a crush on a married person.
To meet new people and just make new memories.
Oh, that's actually really good advice. I was gonna say you should probably read fanfic.
Yeah, read fanfic. That's good. That's good. You can make new memories through fanfic too. Fanfic can't hurt you.
That's true.
Unless you're reading like hurt comfort, but without the comfort. Unless you're reading hurt, then it can hurt you.
I have one more
Apa?
advice actually. Usually when I want to forget someone, I try to hate them. I am a hater, and I feel like it's a lot easier hating than loving.
No, it's so true. It's so much easier hating than loving at some point. I don't know. What do you hate about her? Maybe
How she chooses another man that's not you.
There we go. Oh my god. Horrible taste. Horrible taste. Like, she should know better. There we go. The fact that she's married, like, she likes commitment. Like, oh, that's a red flag if I've ever seen one.
Oh, you should read it.
Okay, this one is from Anonymous. They, them. I happen to have the tism. Ooh. All right, you're in the right place. While I'm thankfully not the worst at reading the room, how does one test the waters to see if the other person would be interested? Ooh.
I know. If you
what?
want to test the waters, you gotta throw the bait. Maybe, krill shrimps.
Ooh.
Maybe worms.
Are there any moves that you would pull maybe to show somebody that you would be interested? Like, imagine the other person is the most dense person in the world. Like, what would you do?
I do this to a lot of YouTubers actually. So what I would do is that I would invite them in Discord. I'd be like, hey, are you free right now? And if they're free, I would ask them, do you want a game? Do you want a call? I'm kind of bored. I need someone to accompany me. And if they say yes, we start talking casually, but slowly I would drift into the romance topic by talking about like animes or like, friends, imaginary friends. So for example, oh yeah, my friend just got married recently and I got invited to her wedding.
You would lie?
It's pretty. Yeah.
Dang! All right!
I'd lie to pull their leg to see if they're interested. I'd be like, my friend just got married. Wow, commitments, am I right? What are your takes on that? Do you have plans? Are you dating anyone?
Are you interested in me?
Let's say that we're playing Peak right now.
Right.
And I'd be like, oh gosh, it's so tiring climbing all of these mountains, yeah? Yeah. Have you been watching any animes lately? I feel like the winter 2026 animes mostly have like romance animes. That's pretty crazy. Did you see that one with the invisible guy?
Whoa.
Yeah. It was so wholesome, wasn't it? Do you have anyone like that?
Girl, you're so good at that. If somebody asks me like, oh, it's tiring climbing up this mountain, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm about to log off. Maybe this last run is the last one. Oh, I don't really watch anime.
Yeah, you gotta take the conversation, It doesn't matter if you have tism or not. You just gotta lock in and get that bitch. You get what I'm saying?
That's true. Okay, I think the hard part, right, is not going into immediately like ripping open their chest and being like, do you love me? Like, that's the hardest part for me, right? So Ollie, I think, is more subtle than us, because whenever me and Ellie like talk about anything that we're doing, it always ends up sounding like, yeah, I cracked open his chest with like a hammer and then I looked inside and it seemed like he had feelings, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'm gonna keep doing it until he tells me that he loves me. It's sort of how it sounds like most of the time.
School days?
Wait, okay, I have a question. I'm sure, like, you haven't dated anybody, but I'm sure you've had crushes, right? How does it feel for you to fall in love?
Gosh, it's so tiring, man. I think about my crush like 24/7. I get tinglies, and then whenever I see their names, I would giggle, kick my blanket, whatnot, scream into a pillow. Yeah.
Okay, because whenever me and Ellie have a crush, it sort of feels like, wait, I have the picture. It feels like this.
Oh yeah.
It feels like this. It literally feels like what you see on screen right now. This is how I feel. So I feel it in my mouth in terms of like, I feel like there is blood. Like,
when you really like someone, you want to bite them. You want to bite them,
yeah.
Right? You want to like put your hands on their waist and you want to squeeze so hard that they just pop.
I literally feel like I'm losing my mind when I have a crush on somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like, what's going on? I think whatever style you eventually do develop when it comes to like flirting with people, just know that you will find somebody who is equally as freaky. I feel very, very happy to know that whoever Ollie has a crush on next, they will be taken care of.
So this is from Gigi. Not that Gigi.
Hi, Gigi.
Here's my problem. I'm in love and I don't know what to do. She's beautiful, cute, talented, but I don't even know how to approach. And dare I say, she drives me crazy. How do I approach her? They say just talk to her. She doesn't bite, but I think she does. Oh, love you, by the way, Rachie. I guess. Hope to hear from you and her.
I wonder who she is, yeah?
I wonder who.
But I mean, she sounds really cool. She's beautiful, cute, talented, gorgeous, lovely, kind, thoughtful, compassionate, caring, hardworking.
Why is my name in catastrophe?
Why are they in there? I don't know. I really don't know why. I think they're talking about Shiori.
I'd say grow some balls, dude. Be the male alpha. What the fuck you doing? You scared, you pussy? That sounds like a skill issue. A you problem.
What is the worst that could happen?
The worst thing that could happen is that you can get rabies.
Oh, has that happened before to people that this person has bitten?
I'm not sure. I don't know who they're talking about. They didn't specify.
Maybe there's like a way for her to notice you so that you would show up like red on YouTube. What was it? Like Akasupa? It might be a little bit expensive, but like I think that's like one of the best ways to get her to notice you. Like,
yeah, throw money at women.
Just throw money at women. It's great. So this is from Anonymous. I had a crush on someone. We were really close. Too close, probably. But they managed to find a partner. But for some reason, they still run to me. Sometimes I feel jealous, but I shouldn't, because how can I be jealous when we still chat every day? And especially when they still want late night calls with me. Obviously, I rejected because I'm uncomfortable, but they keep pushing. So one day, I accepted. And they legit forgot a call with their partner while they were continuing with me for another hour yapping with me. And another time, they confided their relationship troubles. Like, bro, what you doing is wrong. Don't talk to me. To be honest, I don't know what's next. I'm legit afraid that they'll still stick to me like glue as if I'm their partner. Sometimes I feel bad for the partner, but like, I don't know. If you sleep well, if you're asleep while they trauma dump to me, it's your fault they're running to me for venting. This is messy.
Get a load of this guy.
Get a load of this guy. Like, weird flex. You are so like, ass too juicy, soda too bubbly. I don't know. What are the kids saying these days?
I feel the ick.
But it's not just from like the person that they're talking about. I feel the ick from Anonymous, honestly. Like, dude, like set boundaries. If you really like care for this person, you would set boundaries and you would just be like, I care about you too much. I don't want to jeopardize your relationship. Like, boo to you. And also,
where's
boo to
the
that other person.
communication?
But at the same time, I start to get why they don't want to communicate. To be fair, I start to get why they don't want to communicate. Like, this is a good thing for them, obviously. Like, their dreams are coming true, right? They're like, they are still getting that attention without necessarily becoming the partner. And like, I feel like the girl's like leading him on. You know what I mean? Like, where's the communication from her side too? I don't like this. I don't like this. But yeah, you gotta get out of there, OP. This is bad.
This is bad. Like, it's gross from the other side as well. Honestly, both parties are pretty disgusting, I would say.
Like, the only person maybe that is the victim is probably the person.
Partner.
Yeah, the person's partner. Kasi like, that's horrible. Run, please. Like, this will not end well. Like,
but I could just read because this one's pretty bad.
okay, this one's pretty bad. Let's do a tarot reading for this one.
Boom. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's pretty super bad. So to explain what I pulled Death, Judgment, and Three of Cups upside down. So first of all, Death. I think everybody knows what death would mean. You gotta put an end to it. Either you put an end to the relationship, or everything is just going to end.
That's not good.
Yeah. And then there's also Judgment. Judgment also very self-explanatory. Basically, you're going to get. You reap the seeds that you sow.
Oh no!
Yeah. And then we also have a Three of Cups upside down. Cups actually symbolizes relationships. With the Three of Cups upside down, it means that you're just ruining people's lives and like the relationship is not going to go well either way. Yeah, so basically this whole thing is really, really bad. Going to end in a conflict, and it's either you with OP getting like what's it called? In a fight, or OP with their partner getting into a fight. So it's going to end really bad.
Oh god.
This isn't a amazing set of cards, by the
This
way.
is so funny. I mean, the cards are usually really vague, but this is super direct. Like, get out of there.
Get out of there. End it right now.
End it right now.
Before, yeah. This one is from Anonymous. I'm a guy with a bit of an odd hobby. I like feminine fashion and cosplay. Online, it's fine. People are nice, but in real life, it's scoffed at and has ruined potential relationships for me. Being called weird or odd for a hobby I find fun and innocent. Am I just meeting the wrong people? Do I give up a hobby I enjoy for love? Tembak, Rachie! Tembak!
Number one.
Always stick to your hobby.
Never give up. Or
Download a dating app in your area and put in your profile like, I like feminine fashion and cosplay.
Yeah.
And look for somebody who likes that too. Because if you get in a relationship with someone and you push down your actual personality and your passions and your joy, then you're gonna end up unhappy in the long run and you're not gonna wanna actually be there. So you have to make sure that you show your true self and you share the things about you that you love the most, because that's how you find true love. Also, because femboys are hot.
That was what I was waiting for this whole time. No, but for real, the last question is so sad to me. Do I give up a hobby I enjoy for love? Like, never do that. Look, yeah. She's shaking her head. Don't ever do that. Being true to yourself is really important. I once shrunk myself very small to fit in a box that the ex I was dating at the time had for me. And it was not fun. I felt like I died, like a big death. So I would not recommend that to you, even though they might be like perfect or whatever. Eventually, you just sort of aren't yourself anymore, like in the long run. So I don't think it's a good thing to do. I mean, obviously everybody has their own tolerances, and you know, relationships are all a compromise. But I think the things that you love and your hobbies and who you are outside of the relationship matters a lot, especially when you're in a long-term relationship. But anyway, that's just me.
I'm proud of you for finding yourself beautiful.
Okay, that was really awkward. I'm gonna go find a wall. I'm gonna go find a wall and just...
And if I may add, My Dress Up Darling, episode 3, season 2. So basically, there's this guy. His name is Amano. Marin met up with this guy. He cross-dresses. She mistook him for a lady, actually.
Oh, wow.
And then in episode 3, I think they dove deeper into his lore. Basically, he had a girlfriend. The girlfriend found out that he cross-dresses, and the girlfriend starts shaming him. He's like, why do you do these things? It's so weird. And you know what he ended up doing? He ended up cutting that girl out of his life.
Yes!
Because why the fuck should you give up something that you love for someone that doesn't love you for you?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You should never do that ever. Yeah, life's too short to spend on not being a femboy, I think.
Yeah, you're basically like a bisexual dream come true because you look like a woman, but you have a dick.
You know what? I never thought of it that way. Maybe I should expand my horizons. What if... Do you think Markiplier cross-dresses?
That'd be the hottest thing ever.
This one is from Anonymous, they, them. Met this person through Tinder. We did not work out, but we still hang out as platonic, and we just hang out as good friends. How do I explain this odd relationship to a future partner to prove that I have no feelings for this person? Ooh.
I think this is a stupid question. Just tell them that you're just friends with them. Friends that you met on Tinder, and now
That's
you're
kind of
just
what I
friends.
thought.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think this is also a stupid question because you don't have anyone yet, so why are you asking us?
That's also true. Future partner, underline bold italic.
They're nervous. They're just nervous. It's so... I believe in you, Anonymous number 3.
I mean, the trust should be there in the first place, right? If you are hanging out with... Just imagine this isn't like in a romantic sense either, right? Just imagine if you had a friend and said friend just doubts everything you say, or like is jealous that you're hanging out with another person even though you don't hang out with them. Like, how tiring would that be? Now just imagine how exhausting that would be with a romantic partner that you spend almost all of your time with. Like, do not... Like, that is so exhausting. If you are real and you are really saying this, like, this is the truth, we just hang platonic and we're as good friends, like, that person, your future partner should be able to see it. But if not, I have a really quick and easy solution for your future partner to be able to accept it. All you need is a wall and your head.
Or just take your future partner to the nearest wall and bang their head so that they can forget.
Just so everyone in chat and all the feds know, we do not condone violence.
I do. What do you mean?
I do not agree with that statement. Everything I say is truth. I stand behind it 100%. But I think that's
Have
really...
you ever seen those dojins with the wall when the person's stuck in the wall?
And they get fucked?
Yeah, you could take your partner to that wall. That's like romantic.
Where does the other person come into the picture here? Like, how do they fit into the picture? The person that
either side. They just go to the one or the other side of the wall, depending on where they're in.
Like, are they just watching?
Oh no! Because you don't have to bring other people there. It can be like a private wall.
What's the difference between a private wall and a normal wall?
Is there like a public
private wall
wall?
is just. I'll tell you when you're. There is a big difference between the public walls and the private walls.
Why is there a private wall? Like, do you just have a private wall like in your house, or is this like?
If you want to share, then you go to the public wall. Quick question: who's the third person? Share? Don't ask now, please. Don't ask right now.
Wait, so the person becomes a cook, is what you're trying to say?
I was picturing a private wall. That's what nobody here seems to see my vision whatsoever.
No, I don't understand. Ini orang ngomong apa sih, Rachie? Gue gak ngerti.
Gue juga gak ngerti. Gue kan gak bisa ngomong bahasa Inggris.
Gak bisa bicara bahasa Indonesia, mah.
Guys, it's 9 a.m. Why?
Because we're pretty fucked up in the head.
Okay, I mean, you have a sword through your head, so I guess so. Okay, I'll read this one. Hey, Rachie and Ollie, I have a crush on my VTuber Oshi. It's not Rachie or Ollie, sorry. Apology accepted, I guess. Whatever. Is this a legitimate feeling, or should I give up? Do you think a streamer could date a fan or a chatter, or is it just false hope that I or many people have, and they shouldn't chase these feelings? Streamers share a lot about their life, and it's hard not to feel connected to them. So at what point do you draw the line? I apologize for this topic if it's I apologize for the question if it's a topic that you don't want to cover. And I get that there are a lot of people with ill intention to their Oshi. That's why I keep stream and life separate. Well, thank you so much for the question, Anon. This is a pretty serious topic. It's a little tough, but I think because of the end that you said that you keep stream and life separate, and the fact that you're asking about this, like, you know that it's not kosher, it's not halal, but it's also something, it's valid. Like, these feelings are super duper valid. Like, obviously I joke a lot about Markiplier, but like I get it, you know? It's difficult to wrangle with these thoughts and feelings because, yeah, if you're spending so much time with your streamer and they share a lot of their personal life, it can feel like you are super close to them. I mean, there is a word for that. Parasocial relationships, right? I think personally, right, if I said that you can't and you can never, I think that would be a lie, because there are a lot of like success stories online, I guess, quote unquote success stories, but it's also very dependent. I would be lying if I said that it's like a hard yes. So it just really also depends on, like, well, number one, whether or not they're married or have a partner. I mean, but even then, I mean, I guess you could. No, don't think. I'm not thinking about home wrecking right now. It's hard because, like, are you close to them? Like, do you talk to them outside? Like, do you like them as a real person, or do you just like the idea of them? Because I also hear a lot of stories of people like ending up dating their Oshis, but it turns out their Oshi offline isn't the same as their Oshi online too. Like, that's, yeah, they have personal lives. They have lives outside of the stuff that they tell you. They could also be lying, like this girl next to me who apparently lies about friends and stuff to try to get close to people. Excuse me. Online personas are a thing, and the things that you may see from them are also not the things that, like, are necessarily real, right? Reading chat right now. Has your streamer expressed interest in having a relationship, or have they said they're too busy for that, or maybe they don't comment? Maybe their love life is something that they just don't want to put online. You know, like you said, you keep stream and life separate. Maybe they keep stream and life separate as well. So you never know. But yeah, I think if you are already thinking about this, maybe it's just not a good idea to like pursue it in the first place, right? Because if you have to ask, and if you are referring to them as VTuber Oshi or like VTuber or streamer, that means I would assume that you're not very close to them in the first place, and that's already a barrier, like a pretty big barrier in general. I don't know, sorry, I'm like rambling, but do you guys have anything to say about this as well?
No, I think you're totally right. Can I give my 2 cents? So funny story, I don't know if I've ever talked about how Rachie and I met.
Oh,
a long time ago.
That was so long ago.
I was a really big fan of Rachie's back when we were both still little children, little teenager minors. When I eventually met Rachie and reached out to her, we started talking as just people. We just talked about, like, you know, music and anime and whatever, like the things that 16-year-olds talk about. And we became friends at the time. But part of that was because it was a different environment back then, I think, online, where it was less entertainer and entertained relationship.
Yeah.
And more of just like people doing hobby stuff online. But even then, back then it was still a little bit complicated. Nowadays, I think there is a particular dynamic in the relationship between the entertainer and those who are being entertained that the dynamic kind of has to stay the way it is. It would be different. Let's say one day you go to a bar or you go to an arcade and you run into someone and you make friends, and then you find out, wait, that was actually my VTuber Oshi. That's crazy. I think that would be fine. I think you guys met in a different context. You became friends in a separate context, and it's like, oh, funny story. When you are engaging with someone, interacting with someone from the point of view of the entertainer and the fan, there is a certain dynamic there that does not lend itself well to a healthy romantic relationship possibility. It doesn't mean that there's a 0% chance that in any timeline, you know, no one has ever been a fan of someone first and then been in a relationship with them. Like, no, sometimes things happen, you know, sometimes you find out crazy story, you live in the same place and you know the same people. Crazy story, I once was watching a VTuber and I was like, well, this VTuber's really cool, and then I realized it was my childhood friend who I hadn't talked to in like 10 years. And then I went on a totally normal wild goose chase to try to get in touch with my old friend to be like, hey, are you this VTuber? Because we haven't talked in a long time and I always wondered what happened to you. Like, there are crazy things that happen like that. But in general, you're probably not going to meet your VTuber Oshi in a dynamic that is not entertainer and fan. So it is best to keep, while it is understandable that you have a special appreciation for them, it's best to keep that appreciation as just appreciation and to focus on the people that are around you that you're connecting with on a person-to-person dynamic as opposed to kind of through that screen. Not to say that, you know, like online connections can't be good, but I mean like through the screen one-sided, if that makes sense.
Girl, that was really good. Can we get a round of applause for Miss Ellie? Like, anyway, do you have any specific advice on this, Lee, or do you just want to just leave it at that?
Well, the only thing that came to mind is like oshikatsu and like to not get confused between adoration and actually love.
That is, yeah. Because we're not trying to discount oshikatsu as well as a sort of love, because it is love. Like, we love our oshis, right? There's different kinds of love. And as long as you can like distinguish and you can be real with yourself, like Anonymous is by saying like, I know people have ill intention, I keep streaming life separate. Like, I think you're already on the right path. But also, if you're really trying to like get close to your oshi, maybe you should become a big streamer too. Maybe you should be like bigger than your oshi.
Yeah. Okay, that's a better plan.
Honestly, instead of like giving up, I think you should start like your VTuber arc right now. Training.
Become your Oshi's Oshi.
Yes, become better than your oshi.
Oh, that sounds like such a lovely love story.
Oh my god, I'm pretty sure it's happened once or twice before. But if you guys have questions like that, please send it to the Next Love Lab, because I want to know. I really want to know. Like, is there somebody who's just like, I will be better so that you notice me in the future? That seems like so anime. That seems so anime.
From Anonymous, they, them.
They, them.
Basically saying, how do I come around a comment from a lover?
Yeah.
Basically, your efforts when you were chasing after me is different now that we're together. Like, what should I improve?
I listen to a lot of relationship podcasts, right? And this is like a very big and very common gripe in a relationship. A lot of couples think that once you have already like when you're done, like that's it, that you're done. Like you're good. You don't have to put in any effort because you think that the chase is the effort. But in reality, that's literally like the starting line. You think that this is the end of the road, but this is actually just the start. Because now love is an everyday choice. Like after the honeymoon phase, love becomes a choice every day. Like, do I want to stay in love with this person or not? And you have to put in the effort. I heard from this one podcast that the effort that you put in has to be 60-40, but each person is trying to do the 60. It sounds tiring, right? It sounds really exhausting, but it is real because like they're not guaranteed to automatically love you just because you are in a relationship together. Like, it's not unconditional. Nothing is unconditional. You gotta keep fighting to keep it. So that's, I mean, if they're saying that about you, right? Maybe they're being a little demanding, maybe so, but like it's also something that you should take into consideration because if they're feeling that way, there might be something that you can do. And obviously I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I should just follow their demands like 100%, but love is like also compromise. So maybe talk to them, and it's a lot of communication, and it's a two-way street. So maybe see, when you're in a relationship, like there's love languages for a reason is what I'm saying, right? Like communication is important, and one of the ways to communicate is like the ways that you show love. Maybe you feel like you are showing love, but the person receiving the love doesn't feel that way because that's not their love language. So that's something that you have to talk about and something you have to discuss. And communication is really hard, but it's really important when it comes to a relationship, because if not, you can't read the other person's mind, right? Ellie, do you have anything to say that's like substantial and organized?
I do really like the advice that you gave about the like giving 60-40, but both of you were trying to be the one to give the 60 in like not a mean competitive way, but just in like a really enthusiastic way. I thought that was really smart. It's because you're so good at this kind of stuff. Like Rachie, she gives bad advice because she's crazy, but in reality she's actually like a really smart and thoughtful and measured person.
She's so wise.
No, stop. Okay.
She's so wise.
She cooks my hot pot.
I do cook your hot pot.
Really? Oh my god, really? Are you the one that sits there and she's the one that like does the shabu shabu everything for you and puts it on your plate? Oh, that's
She would not let me
That's
stand.
So cute.
She'd be the one wearing the apron and then feeding everybody off.
Oh, so sweet. It's because she's the big sister type. Honestly, I think that's a good thing to think about in regards to this. Remember that even though you were already in a relationship, even though you two are already together, you should still be cherishing and spoiling and taking care of that person. Keep trying to impress them forever. You're never done, and never stop flirting either. Keep flirting, keep trying to impress them, because if you ever stop, then sometimes the spark kind of goes away. But if you keep trying to impress your partner and keep flirting with them and keep kind of treating them like someone special, even after you've been together for a really long time, it makes for a really strong relationship.
Yeah. In that sense, always try to be the person serving the other person at hot pot. Okay.
Your name rhymes with fuck.
Your name rhymes with fuck. This is from Huck. How do I make online friends? People seem so #sick, but I just can't reach out because what if they think I'm cringe? Well, I have news for you, buddy. Friendship is cringe. Feelings are cringe. Love is cringe. Living is cringe. If everything is cringe, then why don't you just fucking do it? You just have to embrace the cringe. I mean, like, just shoot your shot. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. Babies.
Is there really anything else to say about this? Like,
No, actually that's it. Because like let's say you're cringe and then you decided that you wanted to be friends with someone. If they don't actually respond back, then it's okay. Take the loss. You don't need to be afraid of rejection, and maybe that person is not for you anyways. Then you could just look for other friends.
Exactly.
And although it might be a lengthy process, you should not let that discourage you from getting more friends.
There are people in chat being like, oh, the worst they can say is no, in quotation marks, like, oh, they could say so much worse. Can I share a story?
yes,
quick
please
story?
do.
Ooh.
So, there was this one time, there was an oomphy that I had.
Oomphy.
And we started chatting, and I was like, we were just talking about whatever, and I was sharing like this crazy stuff that happened to me recently. We were like gossiping and stuff.
Oomphy.
And they were like, oh my god, tell me more. This is so funny. This is crazy. Oh my god, tell me all the info. Like, give me the deets, spill the tea. Stuff like that, right? So, we kept chatting about it. Eventually, he was like, oh, I have to go to bed. I have work tomorrow, but like, keep me updated. Like, message me again later. I'd love to hear more. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. You know, like, we're just like chatting about whatever. I continued messaging them, and I was like, oh, so here's this thing that happened to me today, because it was like a long running, like, gossip story ongoing, right? And then eventually they messaged me and they were like, hey, I don't really know why you keep telling me all this. Like, it's fine, I guess. Just like, you know, maybe you should find someone else to talk to. Like, I don't really know you that well. Maybe you should try to make like a private account or something, like somewhere where you can just like get this stuff out, or it isn't like, you know, but like, I wish you all the best. I just like, you know, it's just like kind of a lot. And I was sitting there like, I fully was just talking to you because you kept telling me, oh my god, tell me more. I want to hear more. This is so cool. Tell me more. Right? Now, here's the thing. That really messed me up in the head. For a long time, I was like, oh, this messed me up. But going forward, I've made many wonderful friends other than that person. And yeah, I mean, you know, insecurities happen. But the thing is, yeah, they can say worse than no. They can say a lot worse, actually. I've gotten worse than no.
Yeah.
But it's like from the day before I talked to that person to the day after, there was no loss. It was net zero. I didn't gain a friend, clearly, but I didn't lose one either. I was in the same space that I was before I tried. Keep shooting your shot. keep reaching out, keep talking to people. Because if after that incident, I stopped talking to anyone, stopped reaching out to people, stopped trying to make friends, then I wouldn't have made any new friends. But if I never messaged that guy in the first place, then like we never would have become friends for 10 minutes and then he never would make me feel bad. But it's like, you know, I didn't lose anything. Technically, I didn't lose anything. I just had a really awkward moment where I was like, oh, damn, fine, okay, I'll stop being friendly. And I felt really bad for a bit, but nothing changed in my life from that situation. So reach out anyway. And even if they say way worse than the worst they could, way worse than no, even if they say you're stupid and I hate you and then they block you on Twitter, guess what? If you hadn't reached out, you wouldn't have been friends either. So you don't really lose anything. Just try anyway.
I love that. I love that so much. That was awesome. What the hell?
That was amazing.
I really loved when she said that it was a net zero before and after. Like, that is insane. Those are some fucking bars, girl. No, but for real, it is a net zero. I mean, if they ended up not becoming, like, maybe you'll lose a little bit, but it will never be a positive, you know? But I think the most important thing is not maybe the fact that they reject you, but how are you supposed to bounce back after that, right? Because, like, maybe you can take the no, but, like, you should not let it affect your future prospects as well. Because it's just one asshole, or maybe it's two, or maybe it's three, but like people are also applying to like 100 different job applications at the same time, and you really don't want to lose to those losers. So you got this. You got this.
You got this.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. Shoot your
your
shot,
shot,
dude.
Huck.
But don't shoot your shot as in like, hey, I think you're cool, can we be friends? Because that's a little bit scary.
Yeah, actually, do you have any advice on like how they should do it, Miss Brizmaster? Like, what's a good way?
A really good way is probably look for an interest.
Ooh.
Like obviously a friend or someone that you have a special interest with. I mean like apa sih? Hobby niya sama.
Hobby, yeah. You guys have the same interests. Like,
Yeah,
if
you
you
guys
have
have
any
the
like
same
shared
interest,
interests, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the best way to fish someone into a conversation and tricking them into becoming your friend is that you talk about their favorite fandom. Let's just say that I'm not friends with Rachie and I did not know Rachie at all. I would just DM her Markiplier, ? And that would fish her.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
That would. That does usually work on me too. So she's not lying. Yeah. I mean, okay, let's assume this person is not online as well, right? How would you try to fish them? Send them a text saying like, do you want to hang out or do you want to watch a movie together?
I think that's too direct. In my case, because people right now, they're a lot more sensitive to strangers online, right? So like, let's say you don't know what to talk about. You could just say, hey, I think you're really cool. And I would actually like to have conversations with you. Just be very, very honest, but don't say, can we be friends? Because honestly, that's still kind of scary. So just say, can we have conversations about like stuffs? Like, I would love to get to know you more. And you gotta tell them that you don't have to reply. You gotta be polite about it. Because if you don't say like, oh, you don't need to reply, or if you don't say like, no pressure, by the way, people will think that you're kind of a creep. But if you say that, if you say stuff like that, they would think, oh, this person is actually pretty considerate and I should give them a chance.
Yeah, that's actually nice. That's great advice. One other piece of advice I read online, but I've never seen it implemented right, saying that, you know, you should ask them to do a small thing for you, and then when they do it, then if you feel grateful to them, they'll like you more. But I don't, does that actually work or no?
I did that with Gary.
Oh my god, it worked for you?
A pretty long time ago. I was so interested and I wanted to be friends with her because I thought she was really, really cool. So I hit her up and I was like, hey, how do you do your cooking streams? It's so cool. And she's like, oh yeah, this is what I do. This is, I use these equipments and this is what I do with my OBS. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then we just started talking from there.
Ah, I see. That makes sense. But how do you transition between like, I've asked you for help and talking about stuff that isn't work? I think that's the hardest part for me.
Like, let's say it's like Gary's case. What would happen is that like, oh my god, that's so cool. How did you learn these things? Oh wow. And I'll be like, oh, you're so smart. I would love to like hang out and have like a talk with you. You sound like so fun to have a conversation with.
You make it sound so easy, but I feel like in practice maybe it isn't that easy. So maybe I'll just practice with somebody else. That's so smooth.
Yeah.
You're
You
so
have to
fucking
practice.
smooth.
Yeah, it's a muscle. You have to train it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
You gotta train that
man.
social manipulation so that you can trick people into becoming your friends.
She's right. She's completely right. I love tricking people into becoming my friend, and before they even realize it, once they do realize it, they're already like, oh, but I like her.
Yeah, exactly. You know, can I share something? Would you believe me if I said that I lie a lot? I'm a liar, and I like to manipulate people. Would you believe me if I said that?
No, because you're probably lying again. I don't know. I can't trust you. I can't fucking trust you now. Ah! The thing is, right? I totally agree with your methods 100% because I do it, but I only do it in Final Fantasy 14 in RP venues when I'm trying to fish someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, she knows what I mean, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I get it. I just never thought of using it in like networking. When I started Love Lab, I was just like, oh, we're gonna give such good advice, and then it just ended up going, spread rumors, bang your head against the wall, lie, manipulate.
But that's what makes your podcast different from other love podcasts.
Oh my god.
We bang
So
our
it's like,
heads.
fake it till you make it, you know? It's literally, it is good advice. Fake it till you make it.
It's advice for the terminally online, and I hope that they can read through our like 25 layers of subversion and find the real kernel of truth. Or maybe I'm asking for too much. Yeah, this is from Alice. She, her. Hello, Alice. I broke up with my abusive boyfriend after getting encouragement from my new friends. Yay! Congratulations! Anyway, since then, this new boy is here, and me and him and a few others have really been flirting and hooking up casually as friends. See, everyone loves you, Alice. Okay, so anyway, they're hooking up casually as friends. This is normal for him, and he's been doing that for a while. There have been people in the past who caught feelings for him, and even if he liked them back, he wouldn't date them because of the country we live in. It's illegal to be queer, and everyone is queer, and both of them are trans. And also the fact that he's still getting over his old breakup because it was really messy. For over a month now, we've been flirting with each other more than others, which has been great, and I've loved it. You know, we've even spoken about how we think the other person is special to us and how we want to be special to one another. We meant it platonically at first, but eventually one night when we were on call, we were talking about how we were both scared to get into a romantic relationship, and we both admitted that we liked each other that way. Oh my god.
Spicy.
Oh my god, spicy. You made the player commit. Oh. Anyway, he's moving countries this year in September because he's going to uni, though. But that's also one of the reasons we're scared to date, because it'll hurt a lot to be torn apart like that, because even as friends, we care about each other so much and so deeply, it'll already hurt when he has to go. We only dated for 4 days before he told me that it felt like a mistake. Oh no! Which is fair. It was rushed, but I honestly don't know how I feel. I want to date him, but I'm also really happy being special to each other as friends because our dynamic is the same whether we're dating or not. I also do feel like he likes me too because never before had he dated, even for a little, but he's considering it with me. Oh, cute. I love him so much. I just want both of us to be happy. We're communicating and talking about this a lot to make sure no one is hurt, but we're still very confused as to what to feel. If you have any advice, I'd appreciate it. Or if you two just want to laugh about that, that's fine too. I'm happy regardless.
Damn.
I'll reveal myself in chat live, so if you have any questions, I'll answer. Yes, love your music, Rachie. I don't watch Ollie much, but you're cool too. Don't worry. Look, you're cool. Thank you. Thank you so much for
didn't have
sending
to
it.
add the last sentence.
You didn't. I don't think you had to add that in. I don't know. This is definitely like a judgment call, right? Like, yes, you guys could date, but you also said that you guys aren't okay with dating. Your dynamic is the same even if you're not dating. So what's the point of dating for you?
That's true.
Right? Like, if your dynamic is the same when you're dating and you're not dating, then what's the point of dating? Do you just want to commit? Do you want to like lock it in? Like, what are you trying to get out of this relationship? I feel like that's the most important thing. And if you're not trying to really get anything out of this relationship, or like you don't really have any plans for like what happens next, or like you guys said, it's illegal for you guys to be queer anyway. Like, does that mean that you guys can be together in a sense, or do you have to work a little bit harder to be able to be together in that sense? And is it worth it for you or not? I mean, it seems a little like confusing from our point of view, I guess. And we don't really know what you want out of it if the dynamic is the same. If the dynamic is the same, then just stay friends and it won't be messy.
Yeah. In Indonesia, we have this thing called HTS, which means hubungan tanpa status. And honestly, a lot of people do it. Basically, people would, they would just hang out and act like they're dating, but they don't actually have a status. And that's what I'm feeling from you guys.
Is it different than a situationship, HTS? Because I never like...
Situationship is different.
It's a little different, right?
It's a lot, Yeah, situationship is a lot more complicated because it's specific. Whereas Hata S, you guys just act the same even though you're not really dating.
It seems a little. I mean, if you guys are willing to commit without committing, you know, I feel like that would be probably the best. But if you guys really do want to try to get to commit, then maybe you should treat this sort of like a project or like a business deal, or you know, you should see like take it on first, or like see it like you're on probation or something. 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months probation, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. No hard feelings. But if it works out after the 3 months, then that's great, right? Also, I don't think a situationship is specifically like we want to, but there's something else going on. A situationship could also be like will they, won't they?
That's true. That's
Yeah, I feel
also
like
true.
situationships are more will they, won't they.
Yeah. I feel sorry because like even if you do get together, like long distance is not easy either.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Ellie, do you have anything?
I think it's hard because he's moving away, and also even if he did stay, there are complications that could make the relationship difficult to have. What my question is, why did he say he felt like it was a mistake? Did he say he feels like it's a mistake because he likes you so much and he's scared he's gonna fall and then he's gonna leave and then it's gonna hurt more? Did he say if he feels like it's a mistake because he was like, oh, actually, I don't want to date, I don't know what my feelings are? Because that would change how I feel about this. If he says, oh, this feels like a mistake because I feel like it's just we're gonna get so into it and then it's gonna break our hearts, then I'd be like, oh, I feel really bad. But if he's like, no, it's a mistake, I don't actually know how I feel, then it's like, okay, I've been you. If that is the situation, I've been you, and sometimes you just kind of have to be like, well, okay, if you don't know how you feel, then I'm not going to wait around. Like, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy his company. That doesn't mean you have to like kick him out of your life or anything.
That's true.
But just like, don't put all your eggs in a basket that doesn't want to carry your eggs, you know?
Girl.
Wow. A tarot card reading would be so fire right now, Alice. You better not lie. You better be here right now.
We did make an exception with the other person though. So
Dude,
we might
you
want to
wanna
do
make
it
an
for this
exception?
one. I think we should make an exception for this one because I also do want to see what the cards say about this one. Oh, what do we get? What do we get?
We got a 9 of Pentacles, Strength upside down, and we have the Empress. So 9 of Pentacles, it usually has something to do with success, accomplishment. Pentacles usually they represent money, financials, and career. Yeah. But in this sense, it could also mean prudence. So maybe you guys don't. I feel like the cards is telling me that you guys don't need to rush into a relationship. What you have now is already enough to make you guys happy.
I love that.
As for the strength is always such a giving card, and you guys don't have to worry that much. However, there might be a little conflict, like maybe a little discord, and thinking about this problem too much will be the weakness between you and OP.
What does it mean when strength is reversed?
Upright basically means power, or like you get energized, you get courage, strong stuffs. But when it's reversed, it's like weakness, or sometimes even abuse of power.
Abuse of power, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so basically, these two cards already, they're telling me that the more you think about it, the more complicated it will be, and the more discord will happen. If you actually follow these two cards, you will be the Empress. So you guys would be happier if you don't think about it, is what the card says. So literally, no brain it.
No brain it. Just go with the flow.
So this one is from Sajad. Kak, aku menyukai seseorang, tapi aku merasa kalau aku belum berada dalam versi terbaikku. Apa yang harus kulakukan, Kak?
Ooh.
I would like to, aku tidak bersependapat dengan pendapatmu. However, an advice that I would give is probably fake it till you make it.
Iya sih.
Kayak, just pretend to be the best version of yourself and you'll eventually get it.
Yeah.
Pretend that you're a hot guy. Pretend that you have all of the res, whatnot, and eventually you'll get there. Menurut aku sih.
My opinion is this, juga, right? If you're waiting for your best self, when are you gonna be your best self? Is there like a time limit of when you want to be your best self? Udah gitu, what is your best self? Can you imagine it in your head yet? Kalau belum bisa, I think that it's bullshit anyway, to be honest. Because when you're in a relationship, you are supposed to grow with the other person. The best version of yourself is dependent on what you want to be and who you're with. So, lie. I think you should lie. Lie.
Another their advice would be, you don't have to be the best version of yourself. You can still be the good version of yourself, and that's enough.
Do you think
know?
intention matters?
I do think intention matters.
So as long as you want to be the best version of yourself for that person, then it should be good. But aside from intention, I also think that actions need to back it up, because you can't just tell yourself that I want to be a good version of myself for that person when you're in the relationship and you don't do anything about it. But I also think that being in a relationship is a good push. Oh, okay. I think we need to know what the questioner is afraid will happen if they're not their best self. Are they afraid of losing or of harm? Ooh, that's interesting.
That's true.
That's true. What is the worst case scenario when you don't date somebody that you're not? I mean, I feel like you end up hurting the people around you. Like, extreme case scenario, if you're dating, let's say if you're dating a narcissist and they tend to isolate you from your friend, or they tend to make you go, like, you know what I mean? Like, that affects your relationships outside, not just your relationship with that person. So that is probably the worst case scenario, but that's also very extreme. Sajid, I don't think you're a narcissist at all. You're probably a very good person. That's why you're asking this question, but yeah.
Okay, this is from Anonymous, they, them. I know the phrase, do it scared, can take you to a lot of places, but when I think of making a move, I'm scared as hell. What do I do? Grow balls!
Grow balls.
Grow fucking balls!
Grow golden balls. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Real.
Rabies.
We've had this talk with the friendship thing also.
Yeah.
You're not losing anything.
Yeah, it's a net zero, right?
Oh, we have the person who asked us in chat.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
That was me. Oh my God, Kumo. Yeah.
Kumo.
Okay.
Would you like a tarot reading?
Would you like a tarot reading, Kumo? Ooh.
Naruhodo. Interesting. So, Rachie, can you get Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and also Knight of Swords? All upright except for the Knight of Swords. So, the Three of Wands, it usually represents discovering something new.
Okay.
You know? So honestly, you're in a learning process, the card says. And if you don't take the shot, then you won't ever get the experience. So every single shot matters, because whether you miss or not, it's going to be like EXP on your side. You're going to level up nonetheless. Yeah, so Page of Pentacles, it usually, for every page card, it just means like news. So this just means that you just gotta manage yourself a little bit more. Like, time management is very, very important. That's something that you have to like really look into. And Knight of Swords, swords usually symbolize ambition. And this one's reversed. Basically, don't let your ambitions just be ambitions. You really do gotta take it, you know? Like, the first two cards, they're already encouraging you. It'll be good news. You just need to like manage yourself, or maybe you'll gain something from actually talking to friends, new EXP, whatnot, experience. So yeah, gimana ya? Beneran cuman just do it aja sih.
Dang, you got it.
Yeah.
They're super straightforward this time around. There hasn't been any like vague readings.
But like, super honest though, all of these troubles, they're very, very simple. And they have like their own answers. They just don't have to think about it, but they just need like a little bit more push.
Yeah.
And more perspective from other people.
I think that's a good like summary of all of the stuff we get at Love Lab. Like, our community has a pretty good head on their shoulders in general, I think. Like both Zomraids and Woogers, although Woogers maybe not so much. So it's like, it's more of just like they're telling us just to sort of validate how they feel, or just like get a little bit of advice in terms of like, is what I'm thinking correct, and not necessarily what should I do, right? Yeah.
I'll read Anonymous, they, them. 2 things. First, how do I get my friend to platonically marry me for tax benefits? How do you platonically woo someone? Ooh. And second, wall of text times tell me. A guy recently broke my heart, and the comments from the last Love Lab with Flay helped a lot. The whole thing about how you let other people treat you says a lot about how much you like yourself. And it was pretty fucked up how it went down, to be honest. We got close, and he said it was his first time doing something like that. For reference, we are not young, so this was surprising. We did some long distance nasty, and then not too long after, I admitted I was getting feelings fast and big time, since I felt super safe with him. And then he turns around and on my birthday tells me that he's actually interested in someone else, and he just fell in lust with me.
What the hell? No, that's not right. That's not right.
He ends up picking telling them to go with an unsure thing because apparently he'd regret if he didn't ever try. Turns out prior to me, he had led a girl on for like 2 months. So much for being the first time for things, I guess. And now he's off to chase someone else. Feels bad, man.
Bro, is this for real? Is this person for real? Like, is this real? Like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad on your behalf. Like, for real. What the fuck?
I'm so sorry this happened to you.
That is messed up.
I don't know how to feel safe with someone again after this high key because I felt used on several levels. And despite him having so much green flags otherwise, and I tend to be hyper vigilant for that shit, there was pseudo professional stuff on the line. There was the fooling around stuff, and he had like a ton of personal info on me that I only told select few people because of how personal it was. And all on top of that, not usually being interested in folks. The last time was over 2 years ago, and letting myself feel like a teenager again for the first time in like a decade, to be honest. I just don't really know what to do now that it's over. Aside from getting my friend to platonically marry me for tax benefits, what should I do? And super belated congrats on Metamorphos album release, by the way. Can't believe it's been 9 months already. That's a baby age. What the fuck? And Ollie, I love you. Super crazy for you. It was a banger. And congrats on 5 years, they said.
Hell yeah.
That was
all for
super
Ollie.
long.
That's all for you, girl. This one is really messed up though. Like, you were saying that you were super hyper vigilant for green flags to the point where you're like ignoring all the red flags that showed up. My goodness.
Butin.
I think they rival me in terms of butin. Like, this is sort of insane. I'm so sorry, dude.
For real.
For real.
They were blinded by love for real.
Man, what should they do, Lee?
Plot murder.
Plot murder,
Honestly.
I think would be a good one. Like, this is
What gets
bad.
me is that he said it on their birthday. Why would you do that
what kind
on
of
their
person does that?
birthday? I get it that sometimes it's like, you know, you think you have feelings for someone, you get a little confused, you do stuff with them, then you think about your feelings more, and it sucks, and it's terrible for everybody involved, and I understand that eventually you have to have that hard conversation, but having that conversation, immediately going for someone else right after, and also doing it on their birthday is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so insane. Like, this is just, are they for real? Like, are they being for real right now?
So the fact they said like, oh, we're not that young, but then like, oh, it's the first time, this sounds like the behavior of someone who's never done anything like this before and does not know what the heck they're doing. So I think this guy's probably just so inexperienced, and I don't want to say stupid, but like, that was a really stupid move. That was really hurtful and really thoughtless and unempathetic of the other person's situation. So it sounds to me like maybe you dodged a bullet in some ways, because I don't think this person has put in the work to grow enough to understand what they need to do for a relationship.
That's true. Net zero. Net fucking zero.
Net zero.
Dang. At least you got some long distance nasty out of it. I mean, like,
Yeah. I think you avoided a sociopath, honestly, because if you were to
Probably.
go down that path, I don't know.
do you know what's even worse than a sociopath though? Somebody
What?
who is unaware what they're doing. I feel like that's even worse. The fact that they're just selfish and maybe they don't even realize that what they're doing is wrong. I feel like that's even worse. Oh god. I'm glad you dodged a bullet, especially if you were saying that pseudo professional stuff was on the line. Lots of personal information about you. Like, I can only imagine this must be a very harrowing experience for you, but it's okay. You dodged a bullet, and maybe if you got a few nudes out of it, you can also hold it hostage over his head. I think that's just fair.
Yeah. Or you could also hire a hitman.
Oh, I like that actually. Ellie would always tell me when we were joking around that the closer you are, the more personal the murder is. You know what I mean? Like stabbing your liver from like 1 feet in front of you. But I think this is like a sniper situation, just so he gets the picture. No crime of passion. Premeditated.
Exactly.
I actually had someone bring this topic up to me a couple months ago and talked about the one-sided romanticism of staring at someone through the sniper rifle scope and monitoring them for so long to get the perfect shot. So I think this person deserves even less. Just call out the hit and then just throw out the burner phone. And
I
don't
like
even
that. I like
Oh
that.
my God.
It's not even you doing it. It's like, this is not my issue anymore. Also, chat's asking, they can be taught otherwise, no? But I don't think, like Moon says in the chat, it's not a partner's job to teach them how to be decent, unfortunately. That's for a
Exactly.
professional or their mother. Hopefully their mother's still around,
Also,
because this is motherless
teaching
behavior.
someone- Very true. And it's like, Anon maybe could have tried to talk to this person about how they felt, but it doesn't sound like this person was incredibly concerned with how Anon felt. Like, it doesn't say, you know, oh, he felt really bad. He spoke to me about how much he regretted the situation, that he didn't understand his feelings. He told me that he really wants to make it up to me. I told him I need some space, but he wants to be friends if I'm willing to, but doesn't want to push me. He's gonna take me out for lunch later. We're just gonna hang out and then maybe see if we can like rekindle a good friendship. Like, no, they didn't say that. They just said that he kind of was like, well, bye.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can't teach someone who doesn't want to learn.
Amen.
Exactly.
No name, just pronouns. I know this will probably sound pathetic, but I, 30, have never asked a woman on a date before. I make payments on my car loan in person, go into the bank with a paper check, and have noticed that one teller in particular smiles at me every time I make my payment, regardless of whether or not I'm her customer. And I always return the gesture. Lately, I've developed a crush on her. How can I let her know I like her, but preferably before the 15th of next month without getting branded as a creep or having my car repossessed? Oh, baby.
Damn.
I say baby, but you're 30. This is so straightforward. Like, even if you were in chat and you were here doing like and we did a tarot reading, I think I know what the cards would say. Grow fucking balls.
For real! Where are your testicles?
Where are your testicles and why have they not dropped?
I'm gonna read the note that I put word for word for this submission,
Okay.
if I may.
Okay.
It says, give her your number on a piece of paper, and if she doesn't text you, never go to that bank branch again. But give the number! Give the number! First of all, I've also had a crush on a bank teller, didn't do anything about it, so you have to. Second of all, there is nothing more attractive to me than finding out that a guy who's never had the confidence to put himself out there and try for somebody he was interested in found that confidence because he was interested in me.
That's so true. That's so high.
Someone said don't pass notes at a bank. Okay, also maybe a good point because that does make you look like you're passing a note that says give me all the money.
Oh, give me all the money. You're getting robbed. Yeah, do not say anything. Do not sound the alarm.
Like, just fine. It's like that's why you're never gonna go back to the bank branch unless you get a text. So it's fine. It's fine. Just do it casual. Do it so casual. Just be like, hey, by the way, here's this. No pressure. And then run. Turn and run.
For real.
Yeah, I don't really like this whole narrative, honestly, of getting branded as a creep, like just because you're shooting your shot. Like, I think that if I am to be real for a little bit, I think that the internet has just gone really vitriolic recently. And I think that it's unfair that these guys that are putting themselves out there in a very respectful way are also being lumped in with the creeps that are very like pushy and, you know, just not very pleasant to, you know, the people who maybe, I wouldn't really say deserve to get like clowned on, but like the people who are more likely to get clowned on by regular people. Oh, I think it's like what Ellie said before. Like, it's being a creep is the difference between like, do you look like you are able to accept a no or not? And it seems like you maybe have a good head on your shoulders since you have a car loan and you pay it very diligently.
I think I said that before we actually went live, but we did talk about it a little bit.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, that was before we went live. But it's if you're willing to like show that accepting a no is totally fine and that you'll accept a no, you don't push the person, you just give an offer. You just say, hey, here's this, but you know what? It's fine if not. And that's it. Just be polite. I think the worst part is when someone's overly pushy.
Yeah.
But when someone is direct but gives me like 10 different outs,
Yeah.
I don't feel creeped out. I don't feel pressured. I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, that's nice. Like I've experienced, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I've had a couple moments where, you know, people have come up to me and hit on me a little bit.
Girl.
But the people that I felt creeped out by were the ones who made me feel like if I said no or I moved away, that something bad could happen or they could get like weird or something. But the ones that just like were really polite and nice about it and then gave me my space after and kind of left the ball in my court, I felt a lot better about it.
Yeah.
Oh, but also give her the chance to say no in a way where you're not actually there for her no. Like, that's why I think giving your number is really good, because sometimes it's hard to say no in the moment because you don't know what's going to happen if you say no. If you give her a number, then if she doesn't text you, you know that it's a no.
Yeah. Aw. Well, that was a nice one to end on. So I think what we got from this episode, TLDR, is lying is great. Lying is only lying if you don't have charisma. And maybe two of the only people that can pull it off are Ollie and Ellie. Anyway, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you guys so much for coming. Before we leave, I have a question for you. What do you personally think is the number one thing that keeps a relationship alive for you? Or at least as alive as a dead zombie girl can keep it?
I feel like the most important thing in a relationship has to be whimsy. You gotta be silly with your siblings, with your friends, with your lover. I feel like whimsy would definitely carry the whole relationship, you know. It's all about having fun. It's all about enjoying the moment together with your beloved ones.
Aww, that's surprisingly sweet. I thought you were gonna continue to like lie. Like, yes, I think lying is beautiful, and I think it's really what keeps the relationship alive.
I think if someone does something that you don't like, you should stab them in the chest 27 times.
Oh, that's so romantic. I wanna like get that one day.
One day.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Oh, right, before we leave, Lee, do you have anything that you want to promote aside from Hollow Plus Ambassador, and then Hollow World Tour, and then also streaming your single, Crazy For You, and then also watching your streams, and then also, no, I'm joking. Is there anything else?
Is there anything else? You basically mentioned everything. Oh, I do have one. HoloFest is coming up. This year will be one of the coolest ones, I feel.
Exciting! Thank you guys so much for coming. Any last words before I move to our ending screen?
Lying is beautiful.
All right, folks, that's it from us today. Have a good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are. And this was Rachie and Ollie. Over and out. Let's get Rachie. Bye-bye. Da-da.
Bye-bye.
Also, Ellie. Sorry, I forgot you, Ellie. Bye.